And Josh, I'd like to ask you that same question.
Sure.
Can you give me one decision that you agreed with the current BOC, with what the current BOC has made? Just
Sure.
one.
Well, this was about 2005, and it's when they were deciding on whether or not to build the new interchange. And the interchange was going to be basically free if we did it where it would last us roughly 10 to 15 years. Or we can make a significant investment and make an interchange that would be able to support a new factory outlet mall that we've been trying to revitalize. And so our city had to make an investment, and it was a big decision, required us taking on some debt. But the leaders stepped out and said, we want something that's going to last much longer than 15 years.
Yes or no? Do you pay your personal bills on time?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Same question regarding annexation and the impact on Lakeland.
I'm not worried about it. If you think about the product that we have in North Shelby County, there's no place else to go. This is the best thing that's out there as far as, I mean, look at just all the citizens, whether you're, regardless of where you're sitting or your views that you have, you're out here because you care about Lakeland. And that's the type of community that everybody wants to be a part of. So I'm not worried about the annexation? I'm not.
All right. Mr. Roman, comparing Lakeland to Bartlett or even Arlington, how does Lakeland compete to attract new families?
Well, think about the question. We're comparing ourselves to Arlington and Bartlett. So if we take a look at the taxes, I think it's a non-issue. We have to take a look at what exactly we have to offer that's different, and we have to market that in a way that people like. What do we have that's different? We have a nice rolling terrain. We have lots of trees that previous administrations have worked to protect. We have what a campus-type employer would look for. If you were thinking about some place to put a campus-type employer of highly educated people, where would you want to put them? I would put it in Lakeland, not only because of the nice rolling terrain, but also because of the intellectual capital that we have here, the people that we have here, the education that we have here. We need to outline that, we need to highlight that, and we need to market it. That's what I would do.
Thank you.
What other cities would you compare the future of Lakeland to?
I'd compare it to Lakeland.
How do you and how would you handle if there was suddenly a crime spree in Lakeland? I know you think that's fairly unlikely, but they thought that in many other places and it's happened. So how would you deal with that? Would you hire more police? Pay more money to Shelby County? How would you handle that?
That's a great question, and that's one of the things that Lakeland has that many other communities don't have, and that is very active HOAs and community watch organizations. So we could very easily make ourselves more vigilant. We could very easily, as community leaders, be able to watch our neighborhoods a little bit closer. We could get in a little bit better conversations with Shelby County.
And let me ask you one more question. What is the sales tax in Lakeland?
Right now, we're at 9.25% roughly.
Okay. This is a question for the group. I think I just heard that by 2018, the middle school will be ready. If there was a situation where a tax increase was necessary to fund the schools, would you, and this is just a yes/no question for everybody, would you vote yes on a tax increase?
No, sir.
Raise your hand if you're a yes. Going once. Okay. Mr. Roman? Same question. You voted no on a tax increase, so what do we cut?
That's a great question, and the reason why I voted no is because we're in a time of surplus right now. A lot of people don't realize it, but with our property tax increase, with the increased sales tax revenue that we have, this year we're actually going to have a surplus of over $2.5 million. In addition to that, next year, once our first payment is made on the middle school of $1.9 million projected, we'll have a surplus of roughly $700,000. So 1 penny of taxes represents about $34,000 of income to the city. So if we do the math on that, we're about 21 cents to the good right now. So, but I know there's a follow-up. If what will we cut? My answer would be if we had explosive growth in 4 years, it would be in our best interest to raise the tax, and I would change my answer.
Just a yes/no question for everybody. Would you vote yes on a tax increase?
No, sir.
Raise your hand if you're a yes. Going once. Okay.
My answer would be if we had explosive growth in 4 years, it would be in our best interest to raise the tax, and I would change my answer.